Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mr. Happy1227, and I'm here with week 5 of the Final Fantasy XIV Informational. I've been through a lot of information already. Some of the pretty much all of the important information, dungeons, level caps, raids, even some of the less important information. Um, you know, like how the targeting system is going to work. And I've got a lot more to talk about, but this week, because next week is a Japanese holiday and there will probably be no testing, I'm going to assume they're going to take the 2 weeks after that to prepare for Phase 3. So I figure I might as well get people ready for what to expect from Phase 3. So what do I have here? I have the beta roadmap in front of me. If you've never seen the beta roadmap, then prepare to find out everything. Because this is what you're going to be, this is the kind of footage you're going to be getting come Phase 3. So some of this, I'm not going to go over the simple things like the character. Well, actually, characters from Phase 3 will be deleted going into Phase 4. So if you are going to be a Phase 3 tester, sorry. But if you have your 1.0 character, it's fine. Level cap will be set to 35 or above. Above meaning, 35 is, what everyone's kind of expecting it because of that. But if it goes above that, that's fine. It depends on how much content they have ready. But the fact that version 1.0 characters can be used means that they probably have some content for above 35, just so those testers, excuse me, don't get bored. Um, because the level cap will be that of the version 1.0 characters. Hopefully, we'll have up to level 50 class quest at least, so that might be what kind of deters them from keeping a level cap at 35. Now, two most important things about Phase 3, especially for all of you out there who are like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get into Phase 3 or not. Testing on the PS3 will commence. That's the first thing, because I know some of you are looking forward to testing on the PlayStation 3. Final Fantasy 14 service accounts. If you have one, you're in. That means if you have a paid version of Final Fantasy 14, even if you only played it for like that first 2 weeks and you hated the version 1.0, you were like, oh man, I can't believe I was so excited for this game, and it just totally let you down. If you have a service account from that, even if it's inactive, you should be getting a beta test invite. That's what I'm getting from this. All Final Fantasy 14 service account holders will qualify as testers in Phase 3. There you go. Nobody has one that's active right now. The game's not active, so I'm sure you will get your invite if you really are looking forward to it that much, if you played 1.0 at all. If you didn't, you might still be kind of, tipsy-turvy whether or not you get an invite, but I'm sure that they'll send out more invites than just that. That's just, a privilege that people who at least bought the game are getting, is Phase 3. But here's what's actually going to be implemented. Limsa and Lumines are Ulda leveling paths. I'm going to have a video about both of those. Additional side quests, I'm going to have a video about both of those. Additional class quests, going to have a video about all those. Additional full active time events, going to have a video about those. Additional dungeons, going to have a video about those. Free companies, going to have a video about those. Free company points, link shells, limit break, material crafting, and other. Now, obviously, this would make for a very short informational if that's all I covered. But there's not really much to say. Limsa, Lumines, and Ulda leveling paths, that's what they are. I'm going to be doing quests. I'm going to be doing dungeons. I'm going to be doing the storyline. I guess that's the way to break it down. Additional side quests, I don't really know what the hell kind of side quests they have planned. Obviously there's quests there's quests you don't have to do. You don't have to do every single quest you find. I guess that's what they're talking about. But I hope they're going to have decent rewards for these side quests, because otherwise I am going to be looking for the most optimal way to level. Of course, if I find any side quests that have decent rewards, I'll make sure that I have videos about those. Additional class quests. Well, considering the level cap, according to Phase 2 at least, will be set to 35, I'm assuming that, they're going to have more than level 35 class quests. I mean, it could mean that because there's more classes, because I'm hoping we have all 7 classes available for this. Well, 7 out of 8. And that we can do all their class quests. I'm going to have a video about every single class's class quests. That's 7 videos right there, probably more because it would take me too fucking long. That's that's probably like 40 videos. Jesus Christ. Oh well. I'm gonna do it because I love you guys. Additional full active time events. Again, full active time events. Fates are like Guild Wars 2's random active time event things where, shit happens and you just do it. It's like, oh man, there's a giant quest going on over there that everyone's doing. Let me go kill that dragon. Things like that. Um, what else? What else? What else? Additional dungeons. Yoshi P in his interview with Nova Crystallis already revealed that there are 3 dungeons in Phase 1 and 2. Um, so there's going to be more, because there's going to be 2 more zones. There's got to be more dungeons. I'm curious to see how many. Is it just going to be 9, 10, 11, 12? Because if you remember from the live letter, he said there will be between 16 to 18 dungeons, including the larger scale raids. So if so, man, I just can't wait to test all those dungeons. Gonna have a video about every single dungeon. I can't wait to do it. Free companies, formation management. Difference between a free company and a link shell. A free company does company events. A link shell does everything else. A link shell can be, and a free company can be the same thing. So is it necessary? Maybe. We'll see how it pans out because there are free company points. I don't know if that ranks your free company. I don't know if you can spend it on stuff, but we'll find out. Hopefully it means that you can get a nice house. Link shells, again, just for talking. That's all they're really for, but that's where you'll play in most of your events because, either that or vent or mumble or however you like to communicate with your friends on video games. Limit breaks, there are 3 tiers of limit breaks. I doubt we'll get to test all three of them. Actually, we have level 50 characters. I take that back. We probably will get to test all three limit breaks. So that's going to be fun. I can't wait to do that because the only one that I've actually seen so far is level 3 Meteo, which is in the video for exploration and the benchmark. Materia crafting. Apparently, gear can't be destroyed anymore from forbidden crafting. I think only the materia is going to disappear. So we'll see how that turns out. But that means that everyone's going to be trying to get those 5 slots a lot more and spending a lot more money on it. So hopefully it evens out the economy a little bit after the legacy players go, hey, by the way, we're setting this. Other Guild Hests is the only thing that comes to mind. Guild Hests are the terribly renamed versions of Behests, or Behests, as they should actually be pronounced. Um, and all they're going to be is it's like a local quest that every once in a while appears. Up to I think 8 people can join it, and it's basically just to go like defend something. I mean, I don't know, maybe they have more plans for it now, but it's kind of just to encourage party play and level intervals where there might be less dungeons available. You can't find a group, or you're kind of just out in the open doing your own thing, and you're like, oh, okay, we'll do this group quest, like actual group quest, because you need a tank, you need a healer, you need things like that. At least I'm going to assume you do, because in 1.0 you couldn't beat behests sometimes without having the right setup, which was decent because it made things interesting. And then, of course, they're going to be doing playback, feedback revisions from Phase 2, data migration testing, stress testing, and performance optimization. Things that we'd expect from a beta. Glad to know they're actually doing them. But in Phase 4, what's going to be different about Phase 4? Because obviously Phase 4 is going to come, and I'm going to have to do something about that. Only things I really need to highlight there: characters during Phase 4 that are created will be carried over to the full game. So I'm probably not going to be creating a new character come Phase 4. Also, there's no level. This doesn't mention anything about a level cap, although I'm assuming it's going to be 35. Um, the Duty Finder will be available. This is, if you've played WoW, very similar to the Dungeon Finder. And I don't, if you know what that is, I don't need to repeat it. If I do need to repeat it, basically it'll look at all the servers for people who want to do that piece of content, and it'll stick you all in an instance of it. Level sync feature will be implemented. That means if you're level 50 and you're level 25, and it's like, man, I really need a tank for this dungeon, you're like, I got you. That's basically what it means. You're going to sync down to his level. Your gear is going to sync down to his level. Your stats are going to sync down to his level. And you can do the dungeon with him without him losing experience. So it definitely allows for friends of different skill levels to play together. And also, I'm sure that you can, to get your materia, you can start materiaing your gear. Materiaing is a new verb, by the way, that I just invented right now. Um, Stress testing will be conducted on a housing system. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a nice house on the beach. I hate you rich guys. You're going to buy all my good houses. I'm going to buy them from you because I want that house. Uh, and testing will be conducted on the PvP Coliseum, so we won't get PvP in Phase 3, obviously. Unless they have the World versus World thing, which I doubt, which I talked about last week, so you should go watch that video. But that's where you'll be seeing actual footage about PvP is in Phase 4, right before the release. Interesting thing, there may be people who get early access between open beta and the official release, so who knows? Maybe I'll even get to show you guys the official game a week before it comes out. I hope they don't do that because there are going to be so many people complaining about it. It's not even going to be funny. Version 1.0 service account holders will be able to download the commercial Realm Reborn client for free, obviously because we paid for the game. If you paid for the game, you don't have to pay for the game again unless you're getting a PlayStation 3 version. That is everything that the roadmap has to talk about going forward. I could talk about what the roadmap did before, but that's kind of boring. Who cares about what happened before? It's the future. It's what's going to happen with the game. It's how the game's going to be when it's released. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be great? Is it going to be wonderful? Or is it going to flop on its face again? I hope the latter isn't true, but that's all I have for this week. Now, in the following weeks, I actually want to ask questions, and I'm going to be doing some additional Final Fantasy XIV videos. I actually really, really want to do a Q&A live. I don't know if I necessarily would get enough viewers about a Q&A. And what would I even speak about a Q&A? Do I look like Yoshi P? No, but I can search information for you. And if you haven't seen the other episodes, I could at least, try and give them more information. But definitely post questions in the comments below. I want to start trying to address questions people have because I might have all the answers, I might not. But you know what? I'd rather have something to research and look forward to and something to post a video about next week. But you'll be seeing hopefully some more Final Fantasy 14 content in the next week than you have been seeing in the previous weeks with just the informationals. Also, we'll be playing Ragnarok Online 2 when it comes out next week. I will be playing more Smite. I will be playing more League of Legends. And I'm going to be playing pretty much fucking everything. So follow my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MrHappy1227. Link will be in the description. Please like and subscribe. Even favorite it, share it if you're manly enough to show it on your Facebook page and things like that because that would make you fucking awesome. And until next week, or unless you watch some of my other videos during the week, I am out for week 6 of the Final Fantasy 14 informational. It'll be May by then. Oh, go see Iron Man next week. Fuck my informational. Go see Iron Man. No, I'm kidding. Watch the informational, then go see Iron Man. So I will see you guys next week after Iron Man.